bunch of teeth that are not prepared yet. And what you're going to end up doing is preparing 2 teeth with platform preparation. And you're going to look at them both and evaluate them. You're going to see which one's better. And you're going to leave that one for me to grade as a preparation, and you're going to fill the other one. Okay? So a lot of people like to try and play games with that. They decide, oh, I'm going to spend a bunch of time on one prep, and one's going to look really crappy, and then I'm just going to fill the crappy one. That's probably not the best way to approach this. Because if you put all your eggs in one basket, in terms of one preparation, and it doesn't work out too well, and then you haven't saved in time to do the other preparation well, you kind of hurt yourself that way. By giving you 2 opportunities to do preparation, and then on one side of it, you'll have to perform a restoration. And the reason why I do that is simple. I don't really like it when right-handers have an advantage over left-handers, or vice versa. So I make people work on both sides of the arch, because one is naturally easier for right-handers than left-handers. And so that way everybody has somewhere where they can work really easily, and in one area a little bit harder. So we're going to do that, okay? So first thing we're going to do is we're going to design our outline, which you guys have already seen on camera. But if we're going to do that here, let me just tell you the pitfall that I oftentimes see with students is that this groove here is oftentimes way too buckled. So when they're centering their verb on this area, okay. Why don't we end up working on the clinical area? When they center their verb here, it actually ends up kind of buckled. So in reality, when you're working on, especially this little area from the central face towards the mesial, don't end up too far buckled. Okay? It'd almost be better to slightly center it. It'll look more natural than that. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to design our preparation. We're going to go and make sure we leave 1.3 millimeters over here. We're going to make sure we're going to end by this area. You have already tilted our verb. So we're going to first prepare this angulation like that, which might be better with a pen, okay? See if we can get it better with a pen. We're going to make that cut first, okay? And then after we make that cut, then we'll add the buckle lingual groove. So we're only going halfway to the cut bridge. Now, halfway down there. Got a little bit of an extension to the mesial lingual that we don't want. So we have to be built in. About like that. Pretty small preparation. We'll also have you guys place a little bit of a dovetail form into this area here on the button. So if you center your verb on these marks, you should pretty much get what we want you to press, which pretty much looks just like the other picture. Okay? You can see how that's going to end up with that thing. Okay, so memorize this. I'll do that together. I'll send you an email. Don't worry about it. Okay. So let's go ahead and prep now. I'm going to tell you guys can actually get down to near 2 millimeters, you're going to have the easiest time. Where is it going to be deepest? Where is the separation going to be deepest? Central pit. Central pit is going to be the area where it's deepest. Okay? So that's the area where we're going to try and get down to that level first. Slow up the bird here for a second. We'll go ahead and get started with that. Okay, add the non-fiber optic side on. So our goal is to get half of this burr at the level 2 millimeters here. So we'll just kind of do this on camera. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut into the side here first because the tooth is rising. And I'm going to try and get down to 2 millimeters of depth through that area first, since that's a natural entry point for the burr. Okay, otherwise you're going to have to push the burr straight down. I'm going to talk about that. Okay, so off and away. So down to 2. Now we're going to try and come here. I'm going to center line right on the black line. You guys will see how far buckle it actually looks. Now I'm going to tilt. And I'm going to stop there. You guys can see all that excess stuff. Pretty burned up, huh? Must be over, I guess. Okay, so that's our initial cut. Now what we're going to do is we're going to work on getting this area and making sure it's down to 2 millimeters. And you guys can see that it's a little bit shallow because over half of the burr is not quite hidden. So we'll do just a little bit through that area, and then we're going to go through and prepare for this distal area. Okay? So we'll start back in. We're going to feel the angle of the wall to make sure that they're still parallel. And I'm not quite doing that yet. Here we go. You'll notice what I do is I'm not running the burr, and I have a bunch of practice for this. This is like anyone who plays golf or baseball, you oftentimes see people practice their swing before they actually do something. This is the same exact thing. It's muscle memory that we're trying to create so that I go over the exact same area. Okay, so now I think I'm down to 2. We'll head up down to the distal buckle. And now I'm going to come into that distal area, and you can tell I'm already starting to lean my burr. And we'll stop right about there. Okay, good. Feel that clean? This is your first cut, folks. It's just that angular area. To be perfectly honest with you, I centered on that black line, and that's pretty much where I want that. I guess all the students from years past don't stay on that line and always buckle through it. That's actually not far off of the first cut. I want to have a question in the middle. I think it's time, right? One, yes. The question is, do you lean the burr to the medial and distal side? Yes. As soon as I know I'm going past that hit, I just start leaning. You know, because you don't want to get out there and then try and lean it all of a sudden. Once you're past the medial pit and past the distal pit, you're leaning towards that side. So the medial pit, we're leaning towards the medial a little bit. As it comes through the knee and distal, we're taking that up distal. Okay, so now what we'll do is we're just going to make our little extensions, buckle and lingual. And you'll see everything is really simple to finish here. There's just 4 little finger projections. On the lingual side, I don't want to go all the way out to where that pencil mark is on the medial lingual of this tooth, because that will be too far. So basically, I'll tilt this up so you guys can see this, but we'll go down our 2 millimeter depth, and as I go to the buckle and to the lingual, I'm going to raise the burr up just a little bit and incline it, okay? So we don't get a wall that's unnecessarily long and or a weakened area. So here I'll just undercut that a little tiny bit. Done. Here's lean. We'll match the lean. That's it. And so you can see how simple this preparation is. I'll tilt this for you guys. already stopped there, we just want to go all the way where that mark was. Okay, so very small. I'm actually not looking at that one yet, being where you guys are, which gives me somewhat of a view. Okay, that drops down. Now it's really burnt. That's the first thing you guys think about. Oh my God, it's so burnt. True, very burnt. So this is what you go back and do. You get a decent burn. And all you do is you run it super slow and you just touch the wall and floors. So here what I'm doing, you can see I'm barely running it. And just trying to take off some of the dark marks. And to be honest with you, you don't have to do this on the exam. I don't really care if it's burnt, but I do care if you're using a dull burn on patient 2. There's not nearly as much friction as what there was before. You can see it's cleaning up a lot more white rather than dust. Not cleaning up. So there's a lot less friction because I wasn't trying to cut 2 millimeters in. I'm just trying to cut off like a couple of tenths, etc. Probably if you look at this, probably not exactly the halfway up here. I'll get your question in a second. It's scary. I'm actually learning you guys' names, so you're not going to be that anonymous anymore. We'll start learning all of them in the next couple of weeks. I should have them pretty well learned, and then we'll go from there. And I'll have to correct a couple of them, I'm sure. I'll probably let some of the students that you look like from years ago. That does happen. Okay, so now we're at a place where we have all these nice little sharp points that you guys are going to ask me about. And the reality of it is that those sharp points, the first thing you might do, when you look at the bottom of the focal floor, you want to be smooth. So let's super tele in on this. And let's see how close we can get to the camera. Really? That's all you do? That's not good. Okay, I was hoping we could make this a lot bigger. Okay, so it doesn't look that big. There are a couple of sharp points on here that I would probably deal with. I'm letting it autofocus. Might take all the years. I really wish we had a better document camera. But, okay, we'll show the team how much shoot up here. Okay, so this area is probably too sharp. There's a corner here that's probably a little too sharp. There might be one here that's a little sharp. Everything else is probably okay. So what you're going to do for those areas is you're actually not going to try and cut too much. You just barely want to touch those corners. So literally when you're, just find the focus spot, you literally just want to barely touch the corners. You almost don't want to see it actually cut. You have a little bit of light. You have to turn off. Focus that. Try to hold your hand. Okay. Not really resting on it. You really just want to barely touch the corners. So this is one of the sharp corners that we saw. You literally don't want to use like half the bird. You barely want to touch it at all. That's it. That'll make it unrounded. Rounded and not sharp. Okay? So just barely touch those corners. That'll pretty much